Hey, Programming 12. Welcome. We're going to be doing some fun stuff today. We're going to be making this project here. I'm not sure how to gesture in this tiny window I'm stuck in. But yeah, we're going to be making this project mostly because it's going to introduce some new features of processing and programming in general. The number one feature that we're going to be learning about today is going to be p vectors. And we'll talk more about it in detail, but just so you know, it's a new way of storing our coordinates, our location, and we can even use them to model forces and other fun stuff. That's going to be, a new way of doing things, but, it's just kind of a more powerful approach than just storing x and vx and y and vy and so on. The second thing we're going to be working on and learning from this project is using array lists. So we already know arrays, and we're going to see this project using arrays as well. But arrays are limited in a certain sense. At least they're awkward to make things dynamic. Like if I wanted to use the mouse and click to add a new one of these movers on here, I'd have a hard time doing that with arrays. It's not impossible, but it's not designed for a dynamic creation of objects while this is happening. And that's an important thing in a lot of object-oriented games. Think about like Minecraft, you create the world, and then you interact with it and things spawn, right? Creeper spawns. You dig a hole and like a dirt block little like thing spawns that you could pick up. These things aren't all created ahead of the game. Like they are created as you go, right? So that's what we're trying to aim for. Is more the array list will let us be more dynamic. In other words, create objects as the game is running rather than have them all built at the beginning. Yeah, that's the main things we're going to be getting out of this project. But also, it's really fun. I think it looks pretty, don't you? It looks so pretty. So please feel free to, customize it to your heart's content. But that's the real kind of focus. So on the first video, we're just going to use what we know already to basically make this sketch. We're going to use arrays. We're going to use x and y and vx and vy. We'll do all the usual things. And then each video afterwards, we're going to change it over to using p vectors and array lists. And we'll see what that looks like in terms of the syntax. And we'll also explore what advantages that gives us. Because I don't want you just to like do it for the sake of it. I want you to understand why we would make this choice and how that empowers future decisions. Okay, so that's the goal. And if you tune into the next video, you can start seeing the basic project using the standard kind of features. If you feel like you could just go and make this with arrays and x and y and vx and vy, you're most welcome to jump in there. But we'll make it as well to give us a kind of a standard. Okay, I will see you in the next video. Thanks, Programming 12.